We've been a convener for 100 years, and in our centennial year, we wanted to remind everybody in Cleveland what a great person Fred Goff was. He started this, not just the Cleveland Foundation, but there are now almost 2,000 community foundations all over the world, all because of Fred Goff. So it's appropriate that they should be Fred Talks.
The impulse behind these events, which is the impulse that gave rise to the Cleveland Foundation to begin with, is all about listening to the community.
Our founder, Fred Goff, very famously said, "The schools are the very thing we ought to tackle. Nobody else dare do it." What's your best piece of advice for our audience?
If you can build that surprising alliance where everybody knows what their role is, it has a huge potential to really ignite people's passions and interests. And at the very, very center of all that is the face of the young person who's being impacted by this.
It's a new kind of work that's becoming increasingly common that blends personal meaning and passion. It's work that may fill up this new stage of life that is showing up where retirement used to sit.
By far and away, the greatest determinant of quality in learning is the motivation of the learner. Mastery-based arts education work is in the intrinsic motivation business.
I'm putting a bet down that we will help together build a strategy that will actually help reinvent our manufacturing base to join the digital opportunities that are there.
One of their central insights is one that we're here to talk about today, and that is there was untapped potential in these places in the form of what we now call anchor institutions.
We've seen that at our Fred Talks that people want to have kind of an introductory comment, but then they want a chance to talk to their neighbors and friends and talk about an issue they care about. So, be open and be creative and tell us what the needs are here, and we will try to factor that into our work.
It's rare in our community that you have a chance to participate in something that actually is going to have an impact.
The Cleveland Foundation has been engaged in convenings of the community on important issues for our first century. And so we think that these Fred Talks will be helpful to us in setting the agenda for our second century.